like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. And love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, tell you now. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. And love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you.
All right, fam. That's one of our, I would say people are calling that our signature jam these days. So we are always happy, always rocking and rolling. If you've been following the latest, we have been going through some major enhancements lately and going through all kinds of craziness and turmoil, but you guys, the Island family, has just been holding down the fort, so it's been really awesome. And so what we wanted to do today, a lot of people, this is kind of what spurred us on, and we've been wanting to do this for a while. A lot of people think here at the Internet Lifestyle Network we don't really have a product, but we actually have a most amazing product that I feel on the planet for you guys, as well as leadership training and all kinds of amazing stuff. But there's a main product here at the Internet Lifestyle Network that we provide for you, which is unlimited WordPress blogs, okay? But they're fully customizable. So we're going to show you here in a little bit. And what blogs do for your business is attract leads into you, okay? Versus you having to go out and attack and find people. If you do a blog properly and you set it up right, like what Jaden's going to teach you tonight, or actually it's the afternoon, which is fun. He's going to show you how he's attracting 3 to 5 sales per day into his business. It's not, I wouldn't call it autopilot because he's set up and put in the work, but if you do the work and you put it in, then you start to call it autopilot because he's not going out and finding.
Put in the work once, and then it goes on to continually work for you.
Yeah, it's so awesome. So what do you think, Jaden, just so we can set up people's expectations when they kind of dive into this blogging, when do you start to really see results after you put in that effort?
It really depends. I would say realistically, you need to be blogging like pretty consistently for about a month before you're going to see any kind of results, because blogging is a little bit different than direct marketing, like what Fraser teaches people with his Facebook strategy. You're directly reaching out to people, you're sparking conversations with people, but with blogging, it's a little bit less direct in that form where you're letting people actually discover you. So that takes some time, right? You got to build up kind of a following on social media. You have to let, if you're doing like SEO to rank stuff, you have to wait till you get ranked in Google. So about a month or so.
Cool. Yeah. See, with blogging is a super visionary thing. Like you're basically laying the foundation of your business that's about to flood into you. Okay. And a lot of people can't get over that barrier because they're just not visionaries. But with you guys here at the Internet Lifestyle Network, you guys are complete visionaries. So I know we have some new people on the line as well. So I'm going to just kind of show you some stats really quick, which is cool. Let me go to share my screen. It's been a while since we've done a Google Hangout, so I think we should be able to do it right here. All right, Jaden, let me know if you can see my screen now, brother.
I can see it.
All right, so what we want to do today, basically, just give you guys a little rundown, and we'll probably put this inside of the university as well as show other people what we're kind of going on around here, you know, as far as the public. But basically, what we wanted to tell you guys today is the Internet Lifestyle Network is becoming stronger than ever. We did over 1 million in sales in the last 2 months, and I'm about to show you that here in a second. And this is how you use our blogging platform to build a 6-figure business in record time. So basically, all you guys who signed up and registered, you know what you're seeing, or you know what you're kind of getting today, which is going to be awesome stuff. So what I want to show you really quick is I always like to deliver on my promises or prove that I'm not just talking, you know, because there's so much just talk on the internet. But over 1 million in sales in the last 2 months. So here's our merchant account right here. And I just pulled it up for you guys. as you can see, from 4-1, all right, to 6-1. So that's the last 2 months that we were cruising through biz. We did $1,179,940.07 in sales. And on top of that, we did over 300,000 transactions. All right. And so now what that tells you, if you're a new person out here looking at this numbers, is you can leverage the success that we're currently having already by going out there and introducing us to others. So I just wanted to show you the proof is in the pudding when it comes down to sales numbers and the transaction amount. We can't show you the transaction amount, but the 300,000 transactions shows you that it's pretty easy to make sales with our company, okay? And so we give up to 80% of this money back out to you guys. I just want you to know that. So that's the exciting part about the number that you're looking at right here. So it's exciting times, Jaden. I mean, what do you think, man? Just thinking about where we were just a few months ago to seeing these kind of numbers.
Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I locked arms pretty early, and to think that we've done like over $1 million in 2 months, and what still blows me away is that we're a company that actually pays it back to its affiliates and the people that help build the company. I mean, you look at other companies posting how much they made. I mean, that's the profit for them, but this is the better we do, the better the people do, right? It's just it excites me so much.
Hold on, brother. My dog's going crazy. Hold on. Go ahead and talk a little bit about the blogging real quick.
Yeah, for sure. So spent the last day and a half or so working on this presentation. So I mean, it's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna be covering less into like technical things, because I always find that's what like turns people off of blogging. And you guys are gonna kind of see some of the things I put together to not only to do with blogging, but to kind of just make sense of internet marketing in general. So I'm pretty pumped. Hope you guys are too.
Oh, back in action. Okay, my dog went crazy. We had somebody come to our door. All right, fam. So what I want to do real quick, Jaden, let's go ahead and show them. I'm going to show them really fast how easy it is to set up a blog once they get access. So you got invited by one of our affiliates to this. If you're a public, if you're just outside wanting to see what the Internet Lifestyle Network's all about, basically we have a university that you're going to get access to. Okay, and inside of our university, let me just show you guys really quick. You'll have a little welcome video. You'll come inside of ILNU, and you'll have this apprentice level training at the first initial apprentice level that you'll come in. And so you'll have your Speedwell System Fast Profit Formula here. You also have the Viral 5 Island Lifestyle Formula, which will teach you how to set up your blog. All right, and I just want to show you guys how simple this is. Basically, you just come up here to your back office. You come down here, you go to Create Blog. All right. Once you do that, Clifton's going to guide you through a video, which is one of our co-founders here, who is actually driving Lamborghinis today, which is, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. And so right here, I'm just going to do tester blog. So you would do whatever, maybe your name or something. So I would do for me, I would do like VincentJr.internetlifestylenetwork.com. Jaden would do Jaden.internetlifestyle. So you just use whatever string that makes sense to you. And you can also cover this, guys, so it doesn't have to be, tester blog or whatever it is, .internetlifestylenetwork.com. It can be your own custom name if you want it to be. All right? So, were you going to say something, brother?
No, keep on going.
Okay. All right, and then the blog title would be whatever your blog title is. So, for example, my blog over here, my tagline that I would use on my blog is using our divine gifts to empower the world. So it's whatever you want people to recognize your slogan by. All right? And so I'll just do tester blog again right here just to show you guys. And then you can pick from a couple different templates. We're going to be building out these template bases here when our company can start cruising. Clinton's been working on a whole bunch of other stuff versus doing templates and stuff. But we're going to have at least 50 templates in the future for you guys to pick from. But here's one of the templates right here. It's the ILN template for beginners and affiliates who want to learn how to just make money online. We have a basic template, and we also have a global resource template. So I'm just going to pick the ILN template, and I'm just going to hit Create Blog. All right? And after you do, this site already exists, so I must have already did this. So we'll do tester blogs. All right? So when you pick a string that's already existing, then you'll have to pick a different one. Okay? So we can't have the same, obviously, strings in the network.
So we show you guys how to use your own, so it can be like jadenellett.com instead of the default link, but that's just for testing and setting it up.
Yeah, that's the cool part. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's the nice thing. You can really custom brand it. So we'll click Create Blog here. All right, it says you successfully created your blog. It's really that fast. So all you do is get Next Step. All right, and boom, that's it. And then you can come in here and you can start posting. So now when I go to my blogs and I go to this tester blog, you can actually see it right here. This is the blog that I just made. Okay? So it's literally that fast. You can come in here.
Yeah, it's not how many blogs you had too. I mean, there's a lot of blogging platforms, even if they're still based on WordPress, that charge you per installation. That's what still blows me away, that we just let people create as many blogs as they want. So, I mean, that right there is just a phenomenal thing that you guys can take advantage of. It's one of the reasons why it stokes me up about our blogging platform.
Yeah, baby. And here's the nice thing about, let me see if I can go to my options here. Well, let's see. I want to see if I can draw, but you can't see my drawings. Let's see. Let me go to pencil, show styles, and boom. All right. So let me turn this to that. And all right. So now, as you guys can see right here, this area is created for a video. So you can put whatever video you want inside of your blog. It could be an introduction video, which I recommend, you know, if you have a business, to introduce what your business is all about. Or you can leverage other videos that we provide for you, and you can put those in there. You can also switch this up here where it says, can we show you how we get paid? So you can do your own titling, and you can also change the button. You can even change the coloring right here. You can even change the header, the background, anything you want on this blog. It's fully customizable. See, a lot of people say that, oh, this is just another blog on the WordPress platform. Well, this is fully custom. I mean, you're talking a team.
Most companies like force you to keep their branding right in your face. Like, the crazy thing about the Internet Lifestyle Network blog is, like, you can totally brand this, so you would never even know it was created with the Internet Lifestyle Network. That's another, like, phenomenal advantage of our blogging platform.
Exactly. So if you don't want to use this stuff, you don't want to say ILN, and you're in the network marketing business currently, you can be all yours. So you just learn how to do that in the back office. So basically what we want to kind of show you today is how you actually leverage the blog that you're going to be creating. And we're also going to do a 30-day challenge with you guys as well. So that's going to be fun. So you're going to want to get your team, for your existing guys who are in here, you're going to want to get your team all part of that challenge as well. So we're going to have a 30-day challenge where you're blogging and you're doing a video. And it's going to be a powerful thing. So I think, Jaden, that is pretty much it for me, brother. We're going to give it over to you and kind of let you take it away on how, once they dive in, because I just want to show people how simple it was. Let me see if I can get back.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I just want to, really quick though, Jaden, I just kind of want to give you guys a little background here, is that Jaden isn't, you know, we don't just bring people on and just say, hey, he's going to teach you something. Jaden has proven results. That's the beautiful thing. And what was cool about Jaden, you know, a little quick backstory, is I saw him really going hard. What is it, about 4 months ago, Jaden? Would you say?
About 4 months ago is really when I kind of was like, okay, I'm going to go hard with this. This is what I'm going to roll with. And once I made the decision, I mean, I'm living out here in Phuket, Thailand now with Fraser, who's like right beside me here. Pretty crazy. So, love it, life.
And so it was cool because all of a sudden I just saw you start really grinding, and then, you know, next thing you know, you're making 5,000, 6,000, you know, whatever you're making now a month, and now you're able to just literally live the laptop lifestyle, go wherever you want to go, you know, chill in Phuket, Thailand, which is crazy, and your income now is just going crazy because you're bringing in sales with your blog, and you don't even know where these people are coming from. You just literally have it out there properly now to where it's just attracting.
I made self-esteem.
Really? It's so crazy because Jaden was actually at my house. When was that? About 2 months ago now? About a month ago.
Seriously, almost 2 months now. It's crazy.
And he would be waking up every day, and he'd be like, "Oh, I got 3 sales today. Oh, I got 5 sales." I remember one day I think you got 7 or 8 sales or something. You don't even know these people.
Your house was like 9, and the hilarious thing was like that was the day we were out like all day just doing like fun stuff. So.
Oh, it was crazy. I was like, "All right, man, we got to teach everybody what's going on here." So. All right, Jaden, I'm gonna let you take it away, brother. You can give a little quick backstory, you know, maybe like a 2-minute story of, you know, how you found us, why you're pumped about this family, and things like that, really quick, and just kind of then you just dive into it.
Yeah, thing. Okay, I'm just gonna share my screen here. Just 1 second. Can you see my screen, Vincent?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect stuff. Okay. So yeah, basically I came into this industry actually pretty young. I started off actually doing web design. So right at the get-go, I learned a lot about all the technical things about like making money online. And then as I was kind of doing that for a few years, which again, I was like 12 years old when I started, so that only brings me like 50. And I decided to myself like, why do I really want to keep creating these sites for clients, which are super picky, when I can like just create websites for myself and create residual income? So that led me down the path of creating all these different websites until I finally created one, actually with a business partner of mine, and it went on to do over $500,000 in 2012. And the crazy thing was I was like in grade 12, so I was like still in high school. So insane. And then some things like the traffic kind of went down a little bit because that niche was kind of dying down. So I was like thinking to myself, well, okay, now I need to get into a different kind of niche that's more in terms of like helping other people, breaking down their limiting beliefs and kind of becoming like in a coaching or mentorship position. So long story short, led me to stumbling upon actually Fraser McDonald. Loved what he was doing, loved the vision with ILN, loved the leadership and just the amount of value inside ILN. So decided to lock arms with ILN, and now I built another crazy income stream up with ILN. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. All of this, just to kind of preface this, has always led from blogging being kind of the main engine, if you will, behind my marketing. So I mean, everyone always usually has those things that they base their businesses around. Some people base around like PPC, some people base around like social media, like Fraser. So blogging was one of the vessels that I did it with. So in this webinar, I've kind of came up with a cool way to kind of introduce this topic. It's kind of a cool actually analogy that I came up with today, which I think is going to not only help you see the importance of blogging, but also how other marketing strategies kind of tie into things. So what you guys see on screen right now is the internet marketing solar system. So I'm going to explain to you guys how this relates to internet marketing, and by the end of it, I think you guys are going to have a big aha moment. So can't take all the credit for necessarily this concept. I got this when I was browsing on the internet from a guy called Billy Elusive, I think, but I kind of expanded on this. So anyways, when you're building a business online, you kind of want to think of your online presence in terms of like a solar system. So when you think of space, right, space is very vast, it's very expansive, and there's no real end to space, right? And it's just like the internet. The internet's vast, the internet's expansive, it's continually growing and growing, and there's all these billions of stars and systems scattered throughout the universe, right? And these stars and systems can kind of be classified as other people's businesses on the internet. So when you're creating your business online, you also want to be thinking to yourself, okay, well, I'm creating my own solar system. Okay, now before you can even fully grasp this concept, you kind of have to understand how a solar system works, right? So kind of going back to like elementary days here. So a solar system, right, it's a self-contained system in space, which is like created by the sun, right? The sun has a magnetic pole that makes all the other planets orbit it, and it gives life to all the other planets, right? Like if we didn't have the sun, we would be dead because we'd have no sunlight. We couldn't grow plants. The earth would get too cold, and life wouldn't flourish. So you have to think of the sun as the centerpiece, right? Without its qualities, there would be no system, there would be no planets orbiting it, and there would be no life. So when you're creating your solar system, you want your marketing strategies to revolve around the sun. So in the case of the planets, right, you can see that these are all different marketing strategies. So we have like internet marketing, email marketing, sorry. So I mean, that's when you're reaching out to other people, fostering relationships with them, and just building that rapport so they feel comfortable enough and they have enough belief in you to buy. Then we have like SEO, which directly ties into blogging, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more later in the webinar, which is ranking on Google, right, and bringing in organic traffic for various terms that relate to your business. Then we have search engine marketing. So this is kind of any kind of paid advertising like PPC, Facebook, whatever you're doing. We have social media, pretty self-explanatory, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, things like that. Partnerships, so whether it's like posting on another person's site, whether you're doing a JV with someone, and very often to the distance, we have offline marketing, which some people leverage, right? Like post direct mailing and stuff like that. So you guys don't even need to understand that, but this is kind of just kind of leading up to what we're going to be diving into, okay? So what all sustains these marketing strategies? So as you guys can see, it's content, okay? So content is what powers the system. You want to think of content as the sun. So without valuable content that's helpful, that's informative, that's educational, and interesting to whoever it is that you're advertising to, then you have nothing to offer your system, right? Your system's going to cease to exist. Because as I explained before, if the sun just suddenly disappears for whatever reason, there goes the light, there goes plants, there goes animals, and life can exist, right? So what kind of content can you put out, right? Well, you can do things like articles, right, which Vincent kind of talked about. You can do articles on your blog in a couple clicks. You can do things like podcasts where you interview people or just talk about internet marketing with audio. You can do things like releasing your own ebooks. So maybe you're very passionate about subjects to release that. You can do interviews. You can share pictures on social media. You can do videos. I mean, you guys know what content is, right? So the content is what's actually powering and letting all these other marketing strategies orbit your system, right? So Your ordering strategies are simply what you're using to attract, engage, and develop relationships with your prospects and customers. Like, without content, what are you going to email about? Without content, what can you rank on Google? Without content, without value, what are you going to do like PPC to? What are you going to share in social media? So content is the cornerstone to your business. Now, just let me scroll down here a bit here. So now that you understand how valuable content is and how it provides the substance to life, to your solar system, you can now kind of understand the bigger picture of what you can make if you're selling your content. So as you produce more content, the magnetic pulse of the sun gets stronger, right? And in general, just your whole online presence becomes bigger, because as these, like, just imagine spaceships or like visitors are flying through your solar system, suddenly they're kind of getting pulled by your magnetic field, by the gravity, right? Because you have so much content out there that where before people would have just passed by because they didn't really feel much, well, now they can see that you have articles out, they can see that you're sharing pictures on social media, that you're doing videos. People are actually attracted directly to your solar system, okay? Now, obviously, your content needs to reside somewhere in your solar system. And there's a lot of different theories on where your content should be hosted, right? Like, some people base their business solely around Facebook. Some people base their business solely around YouTube videos. But realistically, in my opinion, you want to be basing your business on your blog, because you always want to be basing your business around something that you control. And it's kind of like a virtual asset, right? Like, your blog, you're in fully control of. You can publish, you can unpublish posts, you can do whatever you want. But let's just imagine that you're basing your business just on YouTube, or you're basing your business just on a social network, right? And that's where you're getting your content to go to. That's where you're building your community. Say, for example, YouTube deletes your account, like what happens to Vincent, right? Like, if Vincent built his whole business primarily on YouTube, and suddenly his YouTube channel got shut down, guess what happens to his solar system, right? There's the sun gone, so now your solar system can't support life. There goes your community that you built with your content. There goes all your content in general. So it wouldn't work, right? So what you want to be doing is, when you actually build your business around your blog or something that you own, even though if, say, for example, you are doing some marketing on the side on like Facebook or YouTube, if that goes down, obviously it's going to cause some issues with your business, but it's not going to result in it absolutely coming to nothing. So, I mean, by all means, you want to utilize things like Facebook and all these other promotional methods and the strategies that I talked about, but you want to use them as a tool to support the growth of your system that you are in control of, okay? So if they change the rules, so the people who are consuming your content on one of your planetary systems, right, so email marketing, social media, partnerships, are only getting one piece of content, but if they want some more, they're going to come to your blog, and from your blog, you're going to be able to turn them into leads, and leads into sales. Okay, so hopefully that kind of makes sense of why your blog is the importance and why you want to actually be building your business around something that you own, so that you use all these other marketing things like SEO, like Facebook, like videos, to bring traffic back to your kind of main hub that you control, and then leads into sales. Now, why do some people fail, right? Why do some people come on the internet, and why is the failure rate so high? Okay, now I'm going to use a proverb from Mark Hoverson to kind of dive into this. So the proverb is, the lazy man has no game to roast, but a diligent man sees precious wealth in the land, right? So everybody, when they start out online, has their own solar system, but a lot of people, they just see the amount of work that's required to actually make it a thriving and abundant kind of society by producing content, that you decide, okay, I'm just going to leech off of other people's solar systems. So as you guys can kind of see on screen here, we have someone in the top right-hand corner of the screen who's just leeching off another solar system. Okay, and that's doing things like just spamming Facebook groups. You're just doing all these promotional strategies where you're not actually building your business. You're just trying to make a quick buck and bring other people into your invisible community. Okay, so when this happens, you can't really sustain life because you don't have a solar system of your own. So the results come quickly, but they die quickly as well. So the only way that you can build a long-term sustainable business is if you lead with value, if you start to brand yourself, and if you base something that you own as one of your virtual assets for people to actually come to. Okay? So to kind of use a more practical example, I'm going to kind of explain now how money is made online, right? So it really comes down to three things. It comes down to traffic, it comes down to conversions, and then you make money, right? That's how internet marketing works. So a lot of people, what they do, right, is they lead traffic. Say, for example, you're doing Facebook marketing. So they're the ones driving the traffic. They're the one messaging people. They're the ones closing the sales. So they're in the process the whole time. So if you look at this proverb, the axe is dull. When the axe is dull, it requires much more effort, but wisdom makes achievement faster. So he's talking about someone who's,
Real quick, what is traffic? Because you know it's funny that us internet marketers, that's such a normal term, but a lot of people don't know what traffic means. What does that mean for online world?
For sure, for sure. So traffic is just anyone who gets in front of one of your blog posts, who lands on your profile. It's another person, okay? And you gotta remember, like a lot of people quantify like traffic or like leads as like by the numbers, but you have to understand that each visitor to your blog, each visitor to your profile, each lead is a real person. So traffic means people.
Right
That
on.
makes sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
So
So,
basically
yeah.
just traffic. Traffic is leads. For those of you guys who are out there, it's just new leads coming to your business. You have to get those first to be able to convert them, and then obviously it turns into money if you do it properly, like we're showing you today.
Exactly,
All right.
exactly. She was cool. All right, so proverb: axe is dull, much more effort is required. Wisdom makes achievement faster. So it's talking about obviously someone who's trying to chop down a tree and he's using like a hammer. Okay, so obviously if you use a hammer to chop down a tree, guess what? It's going to take you forever. You're just going to get really, really frustrated because you constantly have to put in the maximum amount of effort to get the maximum result. And if you've been through any of the Solomon trainings that we have here in the Internet Lifestyle Network, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the minimum and maximum rule. So ideally, when you come online, everybody has the vision of wanting to, say, like work the 4-hour work week. They want to put as little amount of effort as possible in their business so they can live that quote-unquote laptop lifestyle. So if you're putting maximum effort to get a maximum result, then it's just not going to be possible. So ideally, what you want to be utilizing is these methods, which is going to allow you to put in the minimum amount of effort to get the maximum results. So for example, if you're using Facebook as your primary marketing method, which is awesome, I mean, Facebook's had unbelievable success with that, and so many other people are. One of the ways that you can actually reduce your workload with your blog is you can still drive the traffic from Facebook, but to actually convert those people, you can actually send them to like a blog post on your website that talks about ILN. So then you don't have to actually answer all those questions yourself. And again, another amazing thing with blogging, and one of the reasons why I called this webinar like how to make your automated selling machine, with my blog, I don't even have to be in the process of actually pointing traffic anymore because all my traffic comes from search engines. Because I'm ranked at the top when people type in these terms related to internet marketing, they just come to my blog. I don't have to actually point them there. My blog does the conversions for them. Island's funnel helps with the conversions, and I make money. So why is blogging an effective way to market anything online? Why should you kind of get pumped up about it if you're not already? Well, first of all, it's a free way that you can get in front of highly targeted leads. And you kind of want to think of building a blog is like almost building like a castle because it takes a long time to build, but once it's built, it stands the test of time. So in other words, this is a long-term strategy. So as Vincent was saying, unlike more direct forms of marketing, which is like Facebook, where you're reaching out to people and you're making those sales yourself, with blogging, it takes you putting in effort for no compensation for like a month or two until you can get that content, until you can kind of get it ranked on the search engines, where you have then people just coming to you all the time without you having to really do much. So at first, your foot's down. The accelerator is down to the floor, right? You're giving it everything you've got. But then once you start to gain some momentum, then you can really start to take your foot off the accelerator and you can kind of just coast, which is kind of where I am right now. Because I have everything kind of automated with my blog, I'm able to focus on other portions of my business, which is going to have a bigger influence on my team, a bigger influence on my vision in general, okay? Another thing, blogging leads to very high margins. So compared to paid ads, for example, all these people who are saying like I'm doing 50, 60K a month online, if they're doing it through paid ads, you also have to remember they have extremely high expenses, right? So even though they say they're making 50, 60K online, if their expenses are like 30 to 40K, really they're only making 20K a month. But with blogging, your margins are like 99% because what expenses do you have? You have like hosting, that's it, and then whatever amount of money you're paying into your business opportunity. Like it's a joke, it's hilarious. Once you get good at blogging, and once you get good at mastering the high quality traffic that can come from blogging, you really do have an automated selling machine. And lastly, when you have a blog, which is personally branded to you, it just does wonders for your authority and trust. It's going to be much easier for people to trust you because it's going to build your authority online. And so consider this example, right? People are very unlikely to buy anything without a test drive. Like if you're going to buy a used car, you want to test drive that, right? Or if you're going to buy most products, you kind of want to just take it for a spin first. But when you think of a site like Amazon, right, they sell thousands of products daily, and they're growing every single year in terms of revenue, and their customers don't need a test drive. And why is that? Okay, why is it that any reputable brand, people don't really need that? Well, it's because they have reputation, right? So blogs are very, very helpful when it comes to establishing yourself as a business and very credible and authentic, okay? So I talked about this previously a little bit, but some of the ways that you can use your blog in a more practical sense will be like sharing your blog or your blog post on social media. So if you're doing Fraser's Facebook strategy, if you share your blog posts on Facebook where you have a big following, it's going to just help you further that relationship with the person that's friends with on Facebook, and it's likely going to lead to them getting on your list. Now, why do you want them on your list? You want to engage people on as many platforms as possible, because the reason why someone's going to join you in a business opportunity is because they trust you, they like you, and they think that you can help them get to where they want to be. Now, if you're only talking to them on Facebook, you're missing out so much more opportunity to actually build a relationship with them, because people don't just sit on Facebook. They go to YouTube, they search the internet, they check their inbox. So your goal is, when you get someone on just one kind of platform, whether it be Facebook, whether it be a video or whatever, you want to get them to then follow you on, you want to get them to subscribe to your YouTube channel. You want to get them on your list. You want to get them in as many places as possible, so you're just everywhere and they're not going to forget you, okay? So you can also send a prospect just over to your blog to complete a sale. So as I was talking about previously, if you're getting bogged down by a whole bunch of questions during direct marketing, and you can just say to people, look, to respect my time and your time, is okay if I send you to this blog post which basically answers all your questions, and then if there's one or two questions that you have after, I don't mind personally answering those.
That's the best right there, man, because when you have to constantly explain over and over from your perspective, because everybody wants to know, let's say for example with Island, everybody wants to know your perspective of Island versus just seeing the sales video. Well, with Jaden, he just sends people to his blog post, which we got to show them later how awesome yours is crafted. All you do is send people to that post, and they figure out themselves exactly, you've already put in the effort one time, now it's just working for you over and over, right? Is that what you mean? Exactly, and you're going to have the benefit, as I talked about previously, is they're going to further their relationship with you, because if someone lands on your blog and it's structured like how I'm going to talk about later in this webinar, people are likely going to then read your story. So you basically build relationship with them without even talking to them. Your blog talks to them. So you put in that effort once, you build a relationship with them, and it's hilarious. Like, I'll send people to my blog, and the next time they come back to me, if I Skype with them, or even if they just message me back on Facebook, they talk to me completely different because they feel like they know me, because they've connected with me through my videos on my stories. So blogging is just so important and just so helpful in so many ways. Yeah,
really can just hype it up even more. So you can also email your blog post to your list. So versus like emailing, like if you're doing emailing right now, if you're not doing emailing, that's fine. And if any of these concepts are kind of confusing to you, don't worry, because we're going to actually have like more training on them as well, because I put together a training course. But if you're emailing a list right now, rather than sending them to directly to a sales page or a squeeze page, one of the ways it can really lower people's objections is say like, hey, check out this blog post. And then from that blog post, then they can go to a squeeze page or a sales page. Because if I say, hey, check out this blog post, you have very, very, very low objection to that. You'll probably be like, okay, cool, because stereotypically blogs are very high value. Where if I just send you like a squeeze page or a sales page, a lot of people just get offended, right? So it's a really good way to lower objection. You can also rank in Google to bring in organic traffic. That's when you can really reap the rewards of blogging to the fullest, is when you do get traffic from search engines, because in my opinion, search engine traffic is some of the highest traffic that you can get. Because especially when you're targeting these keywords where people have an intention to buy, all you have to do is you just have to come in and be a source of confidence and just kind of help them along and further that transaction in their head, because they already believe in the purchase. They just have a couple limiting beliefs that are holding them back from making that. So when you can come in with your blog and answer those objections, then it's extremely, extremely easy to complete that sale. So as you guys can see, once your blog's set up correctly, it really does turn into an on machine.
Real quick,
Yes.
Jaden, just want to go into, Jaden's talking about that syndication part of it, where you're utilizing and leveraging your blog post to attract people to your business. Can you see my screen? Actually, you probably can't yet. All right, so you should be able to see my screen now. Just for those of you guys who are watching, when you get into the island, go to this famous Viral 5 right here and watch this video right here, I believe. Let's see, there's so many videos now. Let's see, I think it is this one. It's either this one right here, the viral magnet. Check that out. I believe that's what I used to do with my blog. Every single day when I was just an affiliate, I'd blog and I'd syndicate it through Facebook, and it was huge. And that's what it did. It just, the blog would talk for me, all right? And then the next thing is right here under the viral, and for all of our professional members, right here on the viral attraction right here, go to this one, actually, let's see, what is it? Man, we have so much training now.
Mark Overson has a bunch of stuff as well, and his like direct response marketing, like it's absolutely just insane. Some of the value, like once you hit that pro level, you're gonna be very surprised with what you find out there.
I think, oh, right here, my daily super affiliate promo right here. You got that will help you syndicate your blogs like crazy as well. So just for the existing members and new members who come in, just take note of those as you're kind of going through here. That's some really good. That's all I used to do when I was just an affiliate and I was really building my business. This blog right here, I would update it every single day with a new video and a new blog post, and that's all I did. And I mean, and what this blog, I haven't blogged for a while now. Obviously because I'm running the company, is it still brings me people to my business all the time, and I don't even do anything with it anymore, you know? So that's the exciting part about it. You know what's funny though, when you run a company, doing all this kind of affiliate side of things, it's crazy because I don't really do this part anymore. I really just manage the company. But this is fun. Like I used to really love doing new videos and new blog posts every day. And I don't know if it's like that for you as well, Jaden, but here's Jaden's blog over here. Do you enjoy blogging? Like, do you have fun now that you know?
I love it. I mean, especially like a lot of people say they're not writers and this and that, and they come up with all these excuses. But I mean, at the end of the day, your blog is you. Okay, you don't need to hold yourself back. If you suck at spelling, oh well. Yeah. Honestly, some of the most popular blogs on the internet come from people who have absolutely no idea in terms of like grammar and stuff. And it's just because people don't care about that. They care about just connecting with you as a person and getting value. So even if you're like, a lot of people see blogging as really technical, and they think like they have to know all these techie things with like SEO and this and that. But like as I was talking about before, there's so many other uses that you can use your blog for. Even if you don't come into this with an expectation that you're gonna like rank in Google, as I was saying, like you can syndicate it on your social networks. You can use it to help complete this, to more so automate the selling process. There's so many things you can do.
Here's the power of blogging. So this is the main review that gets seen all the time, right, for the Internet Lifestyle Network, this page?
That's one of my main income producing pages, yeah.
Okay. So if you guys notice right here, it says September 3, 2013. So you did this blog post last year, and this thing is working for you. As you see, 913 likes and some shares on Google and Twitter. This thing has been working for you for months and syndicating and really getting in the Google search engine. So a lot of people find this just from searching Google, correct?
Exactly. That's how most people find it. Or the only other way I use it, like I said before, is if I talk to people on Facebook, I'll send them to that post, and because there's a video on there, because it's so long, they're just like, wow, this is really cool, and they join. Yeah,
and so just for an example, so this, is it worth, for those of you guys who are out there, is it worth it to put in this effort when this can last months and months and even years of time? Of course it is. But let me just, I love to just tell the truth now. How long did it take you to craft this blog post properly? Like, how much effort did you put into this page?
That blog, okay, well, first of all, I'm an extremely fast typer. I can get things done really fast. I would say it took me about 5 hours.
Yeah, so five dedicated hours to this one post, but it's bringing you sales daily. Is it worth it out there? You guys got to ask yourself. Of course it is. So that's, you know, I love blogging. But I like to set up expectations of it. It's so easy. It's hilarious. It's so easy, but people find it to be so lazy for them not to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of people come into this game with like that employee mindset where they're used to getting compensated for their time, right? So when you tell that person, well, you have to like blog for like a month and don't expect anything really in return, people just get really, really turned off by that. But you need to see the bigger picture, and as you were saying, is it worth it if you grind for like a month or two, make your blog, and then it goes on to automate your selling in the future? Of course it is, right? That's what we want. We don't want to have to like constantly be chained to our computers. So blogging is one of those ways, which is so cool because it's free. It allows someone with no marketing capital to come in, spend a couple hardcore months working on it, and you can reap the rewards, as you can see here, years later.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll let you get back to it. I just want to show off your skills.
Wait. All right, so when you quickly is kind of explain the process of like how kind of visitors go through your site. So this is how blogging works in a nutshell. We have traffic, right? So this traffic can come, as I talked about previously, it can come from the big G. Let's see, there you go. It can come from the big G. It can come from like social media. You could be directing like your videos to it. However the traffic comes, they're going to land on your blog, whether it's a blog post or your homepage. Now, when they're on your homepage or a blog post, they have a couple options, right? They can decide this content's not for me, I can exit off your site, which is fine. That happens. You're never going to capture everyone's attention. They can decide that, hey, this guy has some cool content. I'm going to go explore his blog some more. And eventually you're going to reach a point where the person needs to further their relationship with you in order to kind of progress to the next level. And if you structure your blog, like how I'm going to talk about pretty soon, you create a sense of mystery when people come to your blog. So people actually want to dive deeper and discover who you are so that they can figure out what you're doing and how they can work with you. So eventually they're either going to leave your site or they're going to take the next step, which is opting in. And this is your ultimate goal with really any kind of internet marketing, is to get them on your list. So if you're doing Facebook marketing, right, what you want them to get on your list, which is your friends list. If you're doing blogging or any other kind of marketing like PPC, paid ads, you want to get them on your email list. So someone opts in, which is very simply someone enters their email on a page for whatever it is that you're offering. Island, like I said, has squeeze pages. I'm sure you guys all know that. And they enter their email address, and now you can market to them, and Island can market to them. And the reason why this is really cool is because the next step, right, they're going to go to some sort of sales page likely, right? Or they're going to go to some sort of like value-filled video, and then it's going to lead into selling. So at this point, what can the person do? They can either decide, hey, right now, this isn't for me, and they can go. Or they can decide, hey, this is awesome, I'm going to join you, and you make the money, which is the ultimate goal, right? That's what everyone's trying to get to. But what's awesome is when they leave your blog at this point, because they've opted into your list, Island's going to be emailing them, you can be emailing them, and you're constantly going to be able to get the message in front of them to hopefully recapture their attention and get them back to this sale. So your ultimate goal with your blog is to get them to opt in. You want to remember that. A lot of people don't understand why they're doing blog posts or the purpose of it, and that's the purpose of every single blog post you do. Any kind of content in general, you want to be thinking, how can I engage the person? How can I capture their attention, get them to trust, know, and like me? And then how can I get them to act? Because what's the point of putting out an awesome blog post? What's the point of putting out an awesome video, doing an awesome Facebook status, if people can't act on it afterwards? You're actually doing them a disservice. Because they're hyped up, they're stoked about your content, but they don't know where to go next. So they get distracted by like a funny cat video on Facebook, and you just lose them. So you always want to think engaging, then acting, and 9 times out of 10, that acting is you want them to get on your email list. So I hope you guys can kind of find this pretty powerful. Mm-hmm. So why do people fail at blogging? So a lot of people try blogging and like, this does not work. And as we kind of talked about previously, a lot of this is just like anything in internet marketing. People go hard at it for a couple of weeks, and then because they don't make 6 figures, they complain and they quit. But the reason why a lot of people fail at blogging is for some of the reasons I've listed on screen. For example, they follow the normal. So they look at all these other affiliate blogs, which are just like have sidebars, which are like the Great Wall of China, which is just like 10 banner ads for like all these different opportunities. They have like no structure to their navigation. The person doesn't even know where to go next. They use copywriting, which people have seen millions of times. Okay, they just spam affiliate links everywhere. So in your marketing in general, this is one of the things I really like about Island. Island, if the Internet Lifestyle Network teaches you to brand yourself, they don't say like, okay, guys, you're going to be branding the Internet Lifestyle Network. Help us grow our company. The Internet Lifestyle Network wants to help you grow your company. So make sure that you need to be standing out from the crowd and don't follow people who, it's like blind leading the blind, right? Like a lot of people copy people who are failing. So you don't want to do that. Next is no mystery. So this is a big thing that I see a lot, and especially people even mess this up on like social networks and stuff like that. Ideally, you want to be creating a sense of mystery when anybody watches the video, when anybody watches, reads the Facebook status, when everybody reads the blog post. You don't really want them to know exactly what it is you're promoting, because you want to kind of get that urge in them to explore your content. You want to create that urge in them to learn more about you. If someone comes to your blog, they see that you're doing XYZ, and blah, 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 they might have some negative beliefs that just turns them off the page or whatever. So creating a sense of mystery, if there's one thing that you can get from this webinar that's very, very important, create a sense of mystery in your marketing so that there's curiosity and the person wants to act on that curiosity. Okay? Next is no value. So again, I see people doing this all the time. All they do is share like hype on their blog. They just share like commission screenshots or this and this and that. In order for someone to act on your content, you need to actually teach them something. You need to answer why it is that they came there. You need to give someone something that they can walk away with, a small little taste. That's the only way you're going to actually get people to act on your marketing. Okay. Another thing, which again we kind of talked about previously, is having no personality. So a lot of people start a blog and they think like they need to suddenly become like all professional, and they need to like go back to their high school or university days when they're writing like English essays, and they have to like get their grammar perfect and make sure every word is spelled correctly. Okay, that's not the case at all. You just gotta type and be you. Like write blog posts on how you talk to your best friends or family. I mean, sure, you might not connect with some people, and that's cool. You're not going to connect with everyone, and you don't want everyone in your business. You want people in your business that you actually have a fun time with. So if you like just be fake online, then you're going to attract people who don't even connect with your personality. It's going to be harder for you to build a team, and it's just not going to work. So be you. And lastly, people just fail like how blogging works, or how just marketing works in general, how you want to engage people and then get them to act. Okay, so here's my marketing blueprint. And this is kind of what's been responsible for me making over $500,000 blogging, because I've gone really good at these 4 steps. And the first step is identifying a profitable pocket of people. And this is what Mark kind of calls his perfect avatar. So you want to identify kind of who that perfect person is for you to market to. Okay, some people call this niche. There's many names. I call it pocket of people. That's what we're going to call it throughout this webinar. But you just want to market to a specific pocket of people who are interested in your product or services. Then you want to create a laser niche blog that's going to become basically a haven for those people. So you want to be marketing to a specific group of people, and then when they come to their blog, you want them to feel right at home. You want them to feel like, awesome, this guy understands me. This guy knows my pains, my frustrations, what I want. And that's going to make people want to connect with you further and actually buy from you, okay? Lastly, you want to instill credibility and instill trust by offering value in your content. And finally, you want to kind of drive your traffic in a way that's actually going to get people to opt in. So this right here is extremely, extremely important. This is one of the reasons I feel that a lot of people fail online, is because when they start marketing, they don't even really know who they're marketing to. Because again, a lot of people come from these 9-to-5 jobs. They don't know business, so it's not even their fault. It's because no one really taught them. So when you're marketing anything, before you even start growing, ideally you should just take a few minutes and just ask yourself, who am I marketing to? Okay, and why do you want to do this? First of all, very few people do this. I would say 80% of people don't do this. They think that they just market to everyone. And it also helps because you know who you're talking to, right? As I talked about previously, you know their pain points, you know their desires, you know exactly the internal dialogue going on in their head. So it's very easy for you to create that connection and rapport. Because when you're marketing to everyone, there's always going to be that core group of people that is hearing your message, because that's your pocket of people. But when you don't comprehend this concept of actually first defining who that is you're talking to, you're severely undermining what you could be accomplishing, okay? Also gives you a direction, and it'll help you build authority much faster, because if you're tailoring your marketing to a specific group of people, then they're going to very, very quickly see you as an authority figure. Also, Google loves this approach. They actually prefer if you build websites around like a specific topic or something like that. So this is going to help with SEO, which just means ranking on Google. And it's also going to mean your conversions are going to be through the roof. So you're not going to need 10,000 leads. You can see the same results as someone with like a list of like, I remember reading a case study recently, because I read in conversions a lot. There was somebody who had a list of 35,000 people because they were just marketing to everyone. There was also a list of someone who had 1,000 people, and they were promoting some sort of affiliate deal. And you want to know whose list did better? The person who built 1,000 people on their list, which is really niched and targeted, okay? So when you focus on a specific pocket of people, you're actually going to need a lot less traffic and a lot less leads to actually see a very, very big result.
That
right?
you saw that on Mark Hoverson's Mind Builders and Wealth, I think, in the back office.
Yes, that would be it.
Yes, sir. I remember that the first time I saw that video. I was like, it makes, and it's more fun because you're when you identify the right target market, your conversations are more higher level and they're cooler people because you know who you're attracting. So if you guys missed that, basically Jaden said you could have a list of even 50,000 people, but they're not targeted to what you're selling, and you could offer them something, maybe make 5 sales, or you could have a list of just 1,000 people, but they're the proper people who want what you have to offer, and you can make 100, 200 sales just out of the 1,000. So it's more worth it to really narrow down who your target market is. So like I said, with our company and what Jaden just pointed out, if you're in a network marketing business currently, you can do this with your current target market. Say if it's a health and fitness or whatever it is your company sells. So with us, we're more of that make money online niche, network marketing kind of niche. So it's just whatever you are. But that's so key, Jaden, to bring up, is you just really got to hone in on who your target market is.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like I said, this webinar, I kind of backtracking a little bit because I feel like a lot of people just don't understand these kind of main concepts that just really power their business. So we will get to some more blog stuff, but I feel this is really important. So this is basically the process that you go for identifying kind of who would be kind of the best bulk of people for you to target. Okay, so first of all, you want to clearly identify what it is you're selling. So as Vincent just said, maybe you're an ILN affiliate, which is probably most people here. But even if you're part of a different MLM, you're promoting even a service like coaching or something like that, just clearly identify what it is you're selling. And here's a little hint, okay? Very likely what you're selling is actually enhancements to life. So in face value, what is the Internet Lifestyle Network selling? We're selling information, and we're selling a blogging platform. So if I go like, hey Vincent, do you want to buy information and do you want to buy a blog? You're probably not going to be very enticed by it, right? But if I say, hey Vincent, would you like a way that you can spend more time with your family and friends, be able to travel, go on vacations, wake up without an alarm clock, never have to worry about the cost of anything, then you start to perk up a little bit, and that catches your excitement, okay? So always remember, you're never really selling actually the product itself. You're selling the result of that product that's going to happen that person if they actually dedicate themselves to it. So that's a golden nugget to take away from that. Next, you kind of just want to decide who is likely to buy what you're selling, and you're just going to use common sense like this, okay? So, I mean, get specific. I mean, if you're selling makeup, a guy probably isn't going to be interested in that, so you're going to want to primarily be marketing to women. If you're selling, like, high-ticket stuff, then you're probably going to want to market to people who have a higher income bracket, right? A lot of this seems common sense, and if it does seem common sense to you, then that's cool. It means you know this, but a lot of people just don't even comprehend this stuff, and that's why they're failing, okay? And you also kind of want to just get inside their heads, like what books do they read? Like where do they hang out? What kind of lingo do they use? And once you do this, you're going to start coming up with various people you can market to. So because this is a lot of people on this webinar promote the Internet Lifestyle Network, this is the examples I've kind of tailored this to, but you can very easily transcend this to other opportunities as well. So this is a list by just going through the exercise I just went through previously that I came up with that I could sell to people who would be interested in the Internet Lifestyle Network. So the first is just people who are already interested in joining the Internet Lifestyle Network. I mean, you want to think, who's the most commercially viable people I can market to? Well, if someone, for example, has already heard of the Internet Lifestyle Network, then guess what? All I need to do is I just need to be there when they research it, get them to like, trust me, and have confidence I land, and then they're going to buy. The easy stuff. But you can also do like a blog that caters like a profession. So maybe right now you're a nurse, a teacher, a personal trainer. You can actually start a blog around how you, as like a broke, as a kind of stressed out nurse, a stressed out teacher, is slowly transitioning to making money online. And when these people, when other nurses, other teachers, whatever you make this blog around, are typing that into Google and they stumble upon your website, who are they going to join? Are they going to join just Joe Blow, who isn't marketing to a specific pocket of people, or are they going to join you as an authority figure who is a nurse who's marketing online? They're going to want to join you because they can connect with you, right? Again, super, super important. You can market to stay-at-home moms looking to make money online. You can market to traditional business owners looking to come online. So maybe you're a traditional business owner and you're stressed out and you want to kind of sell your business and do something that's a little bit more passive. Market to that kind of people. Maybe you want to market to the side of traditional business owners who just want to learn how to market online. There's so many ways you can do this. You can market to other MLMs that just don't teach people how to use the internet. That's another very, very popular one. You can market to college kids looking to make extra money who are realizing that, hey, I'm now in $30,000 of debt. When I graduate, I'm likely to move back in with my parents because there's so little jobs available, and they're looking for an option. So market to those people. People looking to buy franchises. Okay, this is a crazy niche if you get into because people just have tons of money. If you set up a blog and you cater towards people who are looking to buy franchises, and you can basically position the franchises is something that's very painful because it's going to require a huge amount of investment. It's going to require a huge amount of capital. Margins are going to be extremely, extremely low. And instead, you kind of you point them to the internet and explain all the benefits of the internet. Then you're going to have a really solid prospect. So you can see off the bat, I just came out with 7 different pockets of people, fishing holes, as Mark Overson would call them, that you could sell the Internet Lifestyle Network. And I could come up with tons more. These are just examples. So I'm sure this has already given you some ideas on kind of how you can switch your market to talk to a specific pocket of people. And like I said, if you're in another business opportunity, you can very easily, you should now be able to very easily see how you can do this exercise as well. And just a pointer, The more specific of the pocket of people that you're targeting, it's generally going to be easier to step in that area and position yourself as an authority figure and someone who is going to be able to see results faster. Because like the stay-at-home moms niche is obviously going to be more popular, more cramped, more competition than if you create a blog about how personal trainers are looking to make money online. So keep that in mind. But also remember that you want to be targeting the most commercially viable pocket of people. So you want to be thinking to yourself, who's the group of people that I can target to who is going to have the least amount of objections? Okay? Because obviously if I target people who are looking to buy franchises, they're going to have more objections than if I talk to someone who's already in the mindset of making money online but just needs like cons of each pocket of people that you target. You just kind of need to balance those and figure out what you want to do. Okay? And once you identify that, then you need to start kind of getting inside their head. So you want to be asking yourself questions like, what kind of problems are they facing? What lingo do they use? Where are they searching into Google? Where do they hang out? Okay, so if you're talking about like stay-at-home moms, like what problems are they having? Well, they probably want to be able to contribute. They want that sense of contribution. They probably don't want to have to return to their job because they would want to be able to spend more time with their friends, with their family. Okay, so it's very important that you kind of get inside the heads of these people. What lingo do stay-at-home moms use? Well, they probably talk about their kids a lot. They probably talk about their family a lot. They're probably looking for someone that they're passionate about, that they can do, that they enjoy. They probably like vacations. Okay, they want to bring the ideal upbringing for their kids. So when you get inside the heads of these people, it's very, very easy for you to market to them, and you're instantly going to stand out from 90% of the people out there. Okay, so some of the other ways you can kind of get inside their heads and figure out like what these types of people are all about is you can use some of the things I've just displayed on screen. Okay, so I'm going to go away from the PowerPoint here, and if you're considering targeting stay-at-home moms, I can type stay-at-home mom, and as I start typing this, look what Google throws up to me. It throws up to me topics that these stay-at-home moms are talking about. So I can see now that stay-at-home moms are looking for jobs in 2014. So I could write an article which was about stay-at-home moms looking for jobs in 2014 and kind of what's available for them. And then at the end, basically be like, this is what I'm doing as a stay-at-home mom to make money online. Click here. I can go like internet marketing for moms. So again, throws me some keyword suggestions. So if you want to kind of figure out topics for what to write about and everything like that, just the Google auto-completion is just so handy. Again, if I type in like internet marketing, look what Google shows me. It shows me all these different topics I could write articles on, which would bring traffic to my website. Now, I'm keeping this webinar very low tech for a reason, because I feel like, again, I've talked about this, is people just use these as excuses not to blog. And you don't need to be really techy to actually see results from blogging, okay? So other things that you can use is like the Google Keyword Planner tool. I probably won't show that because you guys can kind of figure that out yourself, and I cover that actually in the training, which will be dropping inside the professional level soon. You can reverse engineer competitors, so like type in stay-at-home mom jobs and see what other websites are out there and kind of see what they're doing, and then just respit what they're saying in your own words. Check out forums. See what problems stay-at-home moms are having, okay, and write content to solve those problems, okay? So it's very important that you guys spend time on this. Don't just like listen to this in the webinar and then go back to what you're doing and market to everyone. Take the time to rewatch this if you need to and actually go through the exercise, identify a pocket of people that you can market to that's going to be fairly low competition and that is going to have the least amount of objections, all right? Now let's get into some blogging stuff, okay? So building your blog is very important. Vincent kind of outlined that previously on how you do that. I'm not even going to talk about the technical things because it's so easy for you guys to actually build your blog. I'm just going to give you guys some pointers on some of the mistakes that I see people making with their blog. So I actually set up this blog just very, very quickly before this webinar in about 5 minutes. Okay, so that just goes to show you just how quickly you can do this. Okay, now one of the things that you're going to want to do right away is you're going to want to see if you can personalize your header graphic. Okay, so get your own personalized face up there so that people, when they come to the blog, they're like, okay, cool, this is this person's blog, I can see their face. Again, it's going to lower objections and increase their trust to you, okay? And generally what header graphic looks like is it has like your name, then it has some sort of catchy tagline. So I'm just going to go like Vincent's blog because that pretty much proves exactly what goes on. He has, once it loads, he has his face on the left here, and then he has a tagline, right? He has his name. There we go. And then he has using our divine gifts to empower the world. So come up with some sort of saying that you like, some sort of quote, and the way you can get this done, you can get this done for $5 if you just go on over to Fiverr. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. Basically, it's a website where you guys can get everything done for $5. So if you don't have $5 to spend on your business, I mean, maybe you're in the wrong industry, okay? Everyone has $5. You can just type in blog header, bam, and there's going to be a whole bunch of people who will design blog headers for you. Just click on one that you kind of think is catchy, look to see if they have positive feedback or reviews, and then all you're going to do is you're going to click this order now button. You're going to basically tell them, I just want this picture in the left, I want my name at the top, I want this tagline. They're going to send it back to you, and by watching a quick 2-minute video inside the Internet Lifestyle Network blogging platform, you can instantly make that your header graphic, okay? Now, another thing that you want to always keep in mind, this is a mistake that I see people make all the time, is they clutter their navigation up with just so many things. Now, you want to be thinking of your navigation is almost like a map, okay? The navigation is ideally how you want people to travel through your website. So on all my websites, and this is how I say to all my team members to build their websites, you want to follow this general kind of pattern, as you guys can see it laid out on screen. So first of all, you want to lead with your story, because ideally when someone lands on your blog, what you want them to do is obviously you want them to opt in, but you also want them to learn more about you, so then they're more emotionally committed to the idea of working with you and they trust you more. It's all about the trust and the believability, okay? Then what I usually do is I have some sort of like secrets link. Now obviously, we as humans, when we see the word secrets, we're drawn to that because we don't like secrets. We want to know what that secret is. Why do you think the inspirational DVD, The Secret, sold so much? It's not necessarily because of the content inside The Secret, because you can find so many other books and so many other DVDs that talk about the exact same thing as that video, but it's because they branded it The Secret. And what do people want to unravel? They want to unravel secrets, okay? So that's a very, very powerful little tip right there. And what you can do is you can just lead them to like island squeeze pages, okay? And capture the email address. Or if you're a little bit more advanced, you can lead them to your own squeeze page, whatever you want to do. Next, I usually have like a testimonials page. Now, if you're new to this industry and you don't have very many testimonials, maybe you don't need to include that, but you can get testimonials very, very quickly if you just kind of switch your mindset from I need to make money to I need to help people. Okay, I believe that the amount of positive changes that you invoke in others is what's going to be proportionate to your income. So if all you're doing is taking and taking and taking, then you're not going to make a lot of money. But if you focus on giving and giving and giving, then people are going to start to follow you. You're going to develop that community a lot quicker, and you will see results very quick as well. And it's going to be very easy for you to say to someone, hey, would you mind dropping me just a quick testimonial, and bam, okay? Testimonial is one of the most important ways that you can actually get people to trust. You can kind of shortcut those objections a lot quicker. Next, I have a Work With Me page. Okay, so on my blog, which is astrepreneur.com, which I'll show you guys in a second, my 2 highest converting pages that brings me sales is like my Internet Lifestyle Network review, and it's my Work With Me page. Okay, so what people do is they come to this blog, they start reading my blog, they opt into my email list, and eventually it comes to a point where like, okay, I want to work with this guy because he can help me get to where I want to go. So they click this page, and basically all you do in this page is you talk about what they get when they work with you, how the process looks like, and people. I'll show you mine in a second so you guys can actually comprehend that. And so that's a really powerful page as well. Then you have like a contact page where they can connect with you. All right. And then as Vincent said previously, guess what? You have your little opt-in area right here. So this obviously opting in is your main goal with your blog. So the Internet Lifestyle Network gives you this awesome area up top here, where you guys can capture email addresses very, very easily. You can see you have one in the sidebar, and you can also obviously link to squeeze pages in your posts. Now, quick little tip for you guys, a little copywriting tip. A lot of people don't know what to put in this field right here. So ideally, if you've kind of specified a pocket of people that you're marketing to, then it's very, very easy for you to get inside their heads and figure out what they want. So for example, if we go back to the stay-at-home mom niche, if you use this template, which is from Mark Overson actually, you could do something like this. Don't return to your job until you watch this 3-minute video. Shows you how to replace your income online instead of trading time for money. This video makes your employer mad. So if you're a stay-at-home mom and you see that, that's going to be very, very appealing to you than if you just said, hey, learn how I'm making money online. Right? You see which one is more powerful? Which one's going to actually get someone to actually opt in? Because you're telling them exactly what it is that they're going to get when they opt in. You're telling them exactly what it's going to do for them, and then that excites them to put their email address there. A lot of people, they don't understand copywriting. They just do these things where they don't actually tell the person what they're going to get or what it's going to do for them. So you need to get very good at that. Another example, just off the top of my head. Don't settle for anything below average for your family. 3-minute video reveals the secret moms are using to travel the world while earning money online. Then in like quotes or something, in brackets, like might make other moms jealous. If you put that and you're marketing to stay-at-home moms, I guarantee you they're going to put their email address.
That's freaking awesome.
So
mom was jealous. That's so good.
Yeah, man. So you can actually, I'll leave this layout up. This is just another blog I created just so you guys can kind of see the format. So then you can kind of have that. But maybe write that down if you're taking notes. That's a really good template that you can use to kind of start get the creative juices flowing for copywriting. And one thing you're going to notice about this blog that I set up is it's very, very simplistic. There's not a lot going on. You don't see social sharing buttons everywhere. You don't see a whole bunch of banners. And what makes me laugh is a lot of people think the goal of a blog is to like get people to click on these links to take them to other people's websites. You want to keep people on your blog. Why do you want to send a visitor to someone else's website? Okay, because then you lose like the lead, and the other person gets the lead. So you want you don't want any distractions. Okay, you want to minimize distractions. So you can see that in my sidebar, I have some recent posts. I have the Facebook share button, and I have this opt-in button right here. There's not a lot going on, and that's what you want to do. Okay, because you want to be leading people through a process. Now, I just want to point something out quickly to you. Why do you think I didn't put this little opt-in box right at the top of the sidebar? Why do you think that? Let's see if we can actually get some interactivity here on the chat. So I'm going to take a drink for a sec.
Usually it's like a 30 to 45 second delay on that, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know.
The reason why is because when a person comes to your blog, in the way the Internet Lifestyle Network's blogs are designed, they come up here to the top and they see an opt-in form, okay? And if they pass by that, why do you want another opt-in form right in their face right away? Because it kind of defeats the purpose, because you see this opt-in form at the top and you see this opt-in form at the sidebar. They're very committed to themselves that they don't want to opt in at that point, so you're basically making both of those opt-in forms useless. Where if you put it down lower on the page, once someone's actually kind of read your content more and they're kind of more emotionally committed to reading your post and to getting to know you, when they see an opt-in form again, it's going to increase your chances of actually getting that lead. Where if you just put it at the top and as someone's scrolling down, they just miss out altogether. Okay, so again, just another really quick tip that can improve your conversions.
I mean, I never thought about that before. That's freaking smart, man. Wow. Yeah, it makes sense because it's, you know, just the way you said it. If they're not going to opt in on the top, why would they opt in right there on the side? But by the time you share a little bit of your story or whatever that post may be, by the time you got done with value, then they see that opt-in right there. It's bam. I love that.
Exactly. And you guys can see, okay, my blog, which is Entrepreneur, is laid out basically exactly the same as the Internet Lifestyle Network blogs, okay? And the only reason why I'm not using the Internet Lifestyle Network blogs is because I was a web designer in the past, and I'm just really picky with shit. So you want to make sure, so you can see that I have the exact same layout. I have my navigation, I have my header, I have my opt-in area, which is this black box right here, and I have a sidebar. One of the reasons I love the Internet Lifestyle Network's blogs is because you can basically replicate the perfect layout for your site, and you don't have to get caught up by all these technical errors. Because, again, one of the reasons why people get disheartened in internet marketing is because they get distracted by all these things that don't result in them making money. They spend like 2 weeks trying to figure out how to install WordPress. While when you join the Internet Lifestyle Network, you can get your blog up and running in 5 minutes. You can start focusing on income-producing activities. So you can notice some of the things I have on here in common, okay? We have a navigation. It's very, very easy to navigate. I have, 5 links in total up here. It's not like a maze. I want people to learn about me. I want them to opt in. I want them to work with me or see my services, okay? So you guys can kind of explore my blog as well if you want and kind of see some of the things I'm doing. But I do everything that I just explained to you here. So as you go through your video inside the Internet Lifestyle Network and setting up your blog, keep in mind these points on just how to tweak this so you can get the most bang for your buck, so to speak, out of your visitors. So we're getting close to the end here. Now, once you build your blog, once you define your pocket of people, right, and you build your blog around that pocket of people, now you need to populate your blog. So all your blog posts that you should be doing should be relating to why that's important for your pocket of people, okay? So if your niche is stay-at-home moms, all your blog posts should answer the simple question, why is this important for stay-at-home moms looking to make an income online? You can talk about your family, you can share a motivational video, you can share lifestyle, but you always want to relate it to why this is important to moms making money online. Okay? So some of the blog posts that you can do would be answers to problems that your pocket of people is having. So if you follow the lesson, then before, what you should have been doing is outlining problems that your pocket of people is having. Okay? So likely to try and find stay-at-home moms are trying to find a job online. They're probably frustrated because they're not seeing results online. So when you get very, very clear with these problems, then you just create blog posts around those problems. You can create blog posts on what people are searching into Google. So in previous slides, I taught you like 4 ways that you guys can basically use to figure out what people are typing into Google. Okay, you can use what I showed you, just the Google autocompletion. You can take a look at other established websites and kind of gain a sense for what people are searching from there. And you can browse forums. Like, for example, if you're in the internet marketing niche, go over to Warrior Forum. You're going to have, thousands of posts about people asking for help. So a really little key hint right there is you can create content around those problems, and then guess what? You can chime in a Warrior Forum and be like, hey man, I just wrote a blog post to answer your question. Check out my blog. And guess what? He's going to come to your blog. He's going to be like, oh my God, this is exactly the answer to my question. This guy knows me, blah, 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 blah. And he's going to connect with you. He's going to opt in, and it's going to be a very, very high quality lead for you. Okay? So you got to get very, very smart at figuring out what people's problems are. And if you can do that, if you can figure out what people's problems are and create content that exactly aligns on how to solve those problems, you're going to build your following very, very quickly. Now, another thing you can do is you can basically do blog posts on what you're learning in ILN. How easy is that? Do blog posts, go through the training, take notes. I guarantee you, go through a lesson in the Internet Lifestyle Network, and you're probably going to walk away with like a page full of notes or more. And each one of those notes, you could do a blog post. And as long as you're relating to why that specific lesson that you're teaching is important to your pocket people, it's going to be very, very beneficial for you. A lot of people have a hard time coming up with content, but you just really need to just know where to look. And when you know exactly who you're marketing to, it's very, very easy. It should be very, very easy for you to come up with content. And lastly, you can share things like lifestyle. You can share life lessons. You can share motivation. Okay. So just remember, all your blog posts need to be related to your pocket people, and they want to have the goal of turning the visitor into customer. And how you do this, you get them to opt in your blog. Okay. So how do I get the person to opt in after reading? Every single blog. Remember what I talked about before. You need to engage, and then you need to get the person to act. So through your blog post and through the value, you're engaging that person because they're reading. They're getting their problem solved by the text that you wrote on the screen. Now, what a lot of people do, and a big mistake people make with blogging, is once someone finishes reading the article, they don't tell them what to do next. They just assume that they're going to opt in from one of the top opt-in banners or the side opt-in banners. But it rarely happens. A lot of times people get turned off by those. So one of the ways that you need to recapture and get these opt-ins is at the end of your posts, you need to transition into why it is that they should click this link to opt in. Okay, so you should always have a call to action, that's what it's called, where you're telling someone how to act. Okay, you're telling someone to, hey, go here because you're going to learn more on this subject. Hey, go here because I share some more cool marketing tips. All right, but it's very important that your call to action ties in with the post. So if I'm talking about how it's important, different jobs that moms can do to make money online, I wouldn't want my call to action to suddenly be like, click here to learn how you can make $20 in 24 hours, because it just doesn't tie into what I'm talking about. I would instead transition like, as a stay-at-home mom, this is what I've used to actually jumpstart my business to start to see some really cool results. If you'd like to learn what I'm doing to see results, click here. That correlates to the post more, and it's a better transition. Okay? Boom. And now this is a biggie. How can I speed up my blogging? Because a lot of people are really slow typers, and they use that as an excuse. Okay? Well, one of the ways that I can write like 2,000-3,000 word articles literally in like an hour is because I write drunk and I edit sober. Okay, it doesn't mean I have a lot to drink before I write. It's just a quote. But as you're writing, just let your thoughts come out, even if it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If you spend more, I say a minute on here, but if you're spending more than like 30 seconds trying to figure out how you're going to word a sentence, just move on. Don't, like, so many people will say like for 5-10 minutes on trying to get the sentence right, just move on. And guess what? As you start getting further in your article, when you come back a second time, you're actually going to be able to complete the idea in your head. Okay, so leave the formatting to the end. And it's also important to know what you're writing about. Okay, so like I said, if you're going through an Internet Lifestyle Network University, take notes and then turn those blog posts, turn those notes into like blog posts, turn those notes into videos. Do your keyword research, as I talked about previously. Know what people are typing to Google, know what their problems are, and you're never going to run out of content. And also, one of the ways that you can kind of shortcut some of this stuff is like you can plan out your posts better. So you can kind of structure your post, your intro, point 1, point 2, point 3, and a conclusion, and then basically just write what you want to cover, what point 1 is going to be about, what point 2 is going to be about, what point 3 is going to be about, and then you just basically add some filler information. Okay, books, for example, books. Usually, most books contain like 3 to 5 main lessons. Okay, but in order to be able to publish the book, what do authors have to do? They need to make the books longer because people don't perceive value necessarily by like 2 or 3 pages. So what they have to do is they have to add a lot of filler information. Okay, and that's exactly what you're doing here. Other than that, I mean, if you're really not good at articles, I mean, be diligent about it. You can outsource articles if you really have to. But honestly, guys, I mean, it shouldn't be hard for you to write something. It should be enjoyable because you're putting your thoughts down on paper, getting your ideas out there. You're helping other people. That should excite you and it should motivate you. But, I mean, obviously, there's other means if you really don't want to write. So we're just going to review by doing some important takeaways, and then we're pretty much at the end here. So one of the things that you obviously want to understand is that all blog posts should be value-driven, okay? Have your personality. Don't be robotic. Don't be Wikipedia. Be very, very personal. Be on topic, okay? All your blog posts, obviously make sure that you're using call to action so they opt in. Don't leave people hanging. Engage and then act. Remember that. Think of your blog posts as basically like fish hooks, right? I mean, obviously you don't want to see your prospects as fish, but you want to basically just be seeing your blog posts as bringing people in from like fishing holes into your blog. Stay on topic, so always relate everything back to your pocket people. So don't start off talking about another niche. You can blog about whatever you want, but just always relate it back to why it's important for who you're targeting. Don't have affiliate links everywhere. Like I told you previously, it's better to lead people to like a few key pages, like your work with you page, or say for example a review, than it is to have necessarily affiliate links at the bottom of every single post. And one big tip is to always include a video with your blog post. Now this is good for a few reasons. Number one, it means you're going to rank on Google, but it also means you're going to rank on YouTube. So you get the double whammy effect, okay? Videos also are extremely effective at building rapport and relationships with people because guess what? People can see your face, they can hear you, they can see your emotions, and that breaks down barriers a lot faster. So much quicker way to build rapport. It's also good for SEO, okay? So last of the step is obviously conversion, which I've talked about, but just to summarize, obviously once a person opts in, it's up to your funnel to take over from there. So Internet Lifestyle Network gives you an amazing funnel that you guys can use. If you have your own funnel, you can use that. But you know the saying that the sale is made in the follow-up? Obviously it's very, very true, okay? But it isn't just email follow-ups. So remember, as I talked about previously, it's your mission to get in front of people on as many mediums as possible, okay? So you want to take them from your blog to connect with you on Facebook. You want to take them from your blog to YouTube so they subscribe to you on YouTube. You want them to opt in. You want to keep putting your face in front of these people so that they're going to reach the conclusion that they trust you, and you're someone who can take them to where they want to go very, very fast. The more content that they see from you, the more likely they're to buy, okay? And obviously there's more to blogging, okay? There's a lot more. We could be here for the next 10 hours if you want to talk about all the crazy things to do with blogging. But I've actually put together training which is going to be released inside the Internet Lifestyle Network at the professional level very, very shortly. This actually dives into some of the more technical things like keyword research in more detail, basically what it is that your pocket people are searching into Google, actually how you do that, some better ways than what I showed you guys in this video, how it is you actually rank content in Google, and all that crazy stuff, okay? But the reason why I kept this webinar more generic, the reason why I went kind of more to your roots and gave you that analogy of the solar system, how I taught you guys how money is made online, is because I want you just to blog. I want you guys to enjoy it. The reason why most people struggle online is because they don't enjoy things, okay? Learn to enjoy it and just blog, and you're going to be surprised. If you follow these main principles I outlined, marketing to specific pocket of people, then you guys are going to see some really, really good results, okay? So as Vincent talked about previously, we're going to have a 30-day blogging challenge, okay? Vincent can kind of elaborate on this more, but basically the idea is that you want to be doing one blog post and one video daily. Okay, so choose a pocket of people and then do a blog post or video daily, whether it's on an Internet Lifestyle Network training, whether it's on something that you found people are having a problem on. Okay, and once you do that blog post, obviously you need to get exposure to it, because if you do a blog post or if you release anything and it's life-changing stuff, if no one sees it, no lives are getting changed. Okay, so share that video and blog post across social media channels. Syndicate it. Go through Vincent's training on his affiliate strategy. Okay. Now, another quick tip before we go. This marketing with the avatar can be applied to Fraser's Facebook strategy. So what a lot of people do, again, is they just connect with as many entrepreneurs as possible. But they don't stop to think who they actually want to market to. So once you define your avatar, once you define your pocket of people and who you want to market to with your blog, take that to Facebook as well. Use Facebook's graph search, and it's amazing the amount of intricity that you guys can actually find. Like, you can target people with almost income brackets, male, female. Find your pocket of people on Facebook. Start connecting with them. I guarantee then when you share your blog post to them, it speaks directly to them. It solves their problems. It speaks to their frustrations. Because you're no longer then just connecting, again, you're no longer just marketing to everyone. You know exactly who your friends list, you know exactly who the people are in your friends list, what problems they have, and it's going to increase conversions, okay? One of the easiest ways to make more money isn't to get more leads, isn't to get more traffic, it's to increase your conversions. And this is what I studied. That's why I've shared with you guys tips on how you can increase conversions on your blog. This is why I'm telling you that ideally you should be connecting with a certain type of people on Facebook, so then all your content, all your pictures, all your status updates actually hit their trigger points and get them to want to act. When you don't know who you're marketing to, then you're only actually triggering those points in a very small percentage of people. But if you build your friends list, just one certain pocket of people, you can absolutely crush it. Okay, so just remember, going back to the solar system, the more content that you produce, the stronger the magnetic pole of your solar system is going to be, the more people it's going to bring into your solar system. Okay, so content is the sun. It powers everything. Without content, there is no life. Okay, so get used to putting out a lot of content, and then see your other marketing strategies is a way to get that content in front of other eyes. And always remember, guys, base your marketing around something that you own. That's really all I have, Vincent.
Well, you are the man. What I want to do with this blogging challenge, for those of you guys who are watching this, is actually, let me get this. I don't want to date this, you know what I mean, Jaden? So I don't want to like say that the blogging challenge is here or whatever, because I want this video to be inside of the apprentice area for people to see. You know, just for, you know, the rest of the time, because this is so amazing, the value that you've shared. So what I want you guys to do, I think what we're going to do as a company is, for those of you guys who are here live, is we'll do the blogging challenge starting the 1st of July. But what you guys can do right now is get accountability partners and start this process. So do a video and do a blog post and syndicate it. And what we'll do is we're going to start the challenge in July, so we have a fresh month. But what I want you guys to start doing is practicing, you know, writing your blog and writing your video. Because if you get serious, super serious about your business, you'll be doing a blog and a video every single day. That's what I used to do when I was an affiliate, and that's why I crushed affiliate sales. I actually made sometimes more money than I do right now as a company over, which is hilarious. Literally, that's all you got to do. If you can really dedicate yourself to a video a day and a blog post a day, and put it inside of that same post, that's really all there is to it, because you'll be getting so much value out there to the world. And like Jane was talking about the solar system, literally it will attract everything around you and keep it just cruising. So what I want you guys to do today is get an accountability partner. Say, I'm going to blog for the rest of the month with you. Every single day I'm going to do a video a day and do a blog post a day, and knock it out for the rest of the month. And then we'll start like an official 30-day challenge. And what that goal is, it's not a 30-day challenge and quit. It's a 30-day challenge for you to just start the process and then keep going through it. We started this as a company. It was really fun. As a company, we started like, it was back in July of last year. We did 30-day challenges, 90-day challenges, 100-day video challenges, and all kinds of stuff. And it was really fun. And it wasn't just all about the affiliates getting recognition for being the top income producers. People won by doing awesome videos and doing awesome content for all the newbies that came in, so everybody won. It was a really cool deal that I want to get back to. So that's really what I want you guys to do and take away from this, is really get good at the blogging aspect, because there's a little technical stuff you'll have to get over in your mind. But like Jaden said, I love that analogy. What was the analogy? Right drunk. What'd you say?
Yeah, write drunk and then edit sober. So
yeah,
just write to your heart's content. Don't get hold up on anything. And it's funny sometimes you're going through it and you're gonna be thinking to yourself, "Oh man, this doesn't make sense." But when you do that, you're gonna get these blog posts done in half the time. You're gonna be able to get the guy on where like I can do like a 300-word blog post in literally like 15 minutes. Honestly, guys, a lot of people say like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a blog post. It's gonna take me like a few hours." I mean, maybe initially, but you're gonna find you're going to get quicker and quicker and quicker, and cranking out a video and blog post, you can do it in an hour, like no problem at all.
Yeah, that's so true, because what I do, the way I write all the time too, is just let it flow and then go back and edit it. So that's basically what you're saying, right, when you're meaning the right drunk and edit sober. So that's kind of like sometimes I'll literally write and I'll have to go through it 3 or 4 times because I'll see an error like the 4th time because I still suck at writing and I've written who knows how
Yeah, you
many.
guys have an accountability partner. Exchange blog posts. Read each other's blog posts. Edit it. I mean, that's some of the best ways that you can improve is to kind of
Yeah,
critique stuff.
that'd be huge. Yeah, with your accountability partners to help each other out that way as well. And online, like Jaden was saying, it's not about being perfect or writing a grammar paper where your teacher's going to be editing it. You'll attract the type of person that you want. So there's some of you out there that are sticklers for that, and you want your grammar to be perfect, and that's fine. You'll attract that type of person to you. There's people like me. I don't know, Jaden. I've seen some errors that he writes. He doesn't care. I don't care about my errors.
Yeah, I don't do perfect English, and
Yeah, and that's the kind of people that we attract. We attract just motivated, dedicated people that don't really care about their grammar, but they're going to go after it, right? And so it's kind of like it's kind of always comes back to your niche. It's whoever you want to attract into your life. So if you want to attract in grammar queens and kings, you're going to attract those in by your writing. Go ahead.
no, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Totally. And so that's the cool part about blogging is people really feel out that personality that you have. And so it's a nice thing. You'll really attract the right people to you, the people that when you do get together with these live events, and we have one coming up, you're watching this live, get back to the person who brought you here and they'll tell you about that live event coming up. But when you get to the live events, your conversations, I mean, the personalities, it's hilarious how like-minded you are. It's nuts. I mean, that's why, like, when we have our events and people get together, they just cannot believe how close they feel to people overnight. Because here at our company, we really attract people that are all kind of like our same synergy with that family feel. Most of the people here in our company have that like huge heart feeling, family feel, and just kind of that embracing. And that's kind of the cool thing about our company is that's the kind of people we attract,
And that's what you want to be doing with your blog. When you want to be talking to people, you're going to be creating like these mini communities of that exact same feeling where these people just absolutely love you because you understand exactly where they're coming from. And you're going to be able to go from making nothing online to making a lot of money online very, very quickly when you understand even just that simple concept. So even if you got nothing of this overnight but actually tailoring your marketing to a specific group of people, that's just going to do wonders for you and your business.
Yeah, for sure. What I want to do really quick is I'm going to go to Facebook. And let me go.
To answer a question really quick, Ray Price, he said, can I basically mirror my blog content on my Island blog and then another blog? You don't want to get in the habit of like copying content because Google doesn't like that. Again, getting more technical. I don't want you guys to worry about this stuff, but don't like copy the same post multiple times on all these different websites because Google doesn't like that. You want to keep your content, like I said, directly on your home on the internet, which should be just one blog. Okay. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm looking at. Say something really quick, Jay, and I'm gonna do a screenshot for the Facebook group.
What's up?
All right, one more time. Just like here, we'll do this. And hold on, here we go. All right, sorry, family, we're doing a social media.
No, this.
All right, here we go. All right, do it again. Here we go. Good to take it. All right. Oh no, missed it. Hold on, one more time. Redo. Here we go. All right, we got it. All right, fam. So this is what I want you guys to do for Jaden, just because the value he shared. I'm telling people over here to the right, he should have charged money for this, but we didn't because Jaden is awesome. All right, so internet lifestyle. I'm putting it on the right. Internet lifestyle family. I'm going to post this really fast. Let me go over here. And, all right, so I'm going to put this picture here. So what did you think about? Give some love to Jaden here. I just want to see some awesome comments. Let's see. So what did you think about Jaden Needs and Elliot's awesome training? Give me some love in the comments below. All right. We're going to post that. It's going to be about a 45-second delay probably. This is hilarious. What a picture.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And we are going to pin that bad boy. All right. So if you go to our group, shoot him some comments there. It's probably going to take about 45 seconds before we get to this point. And then I just want to see some love there, fam. Other than that, Jaden, I mean, what else is there? Is there anything else but just
I don't even know, man. Like you said, I honestly feel that this was a webinar that people could have paid for. So I hope people got a lot of value from it. And like I said, just keep in mind those concepts. It's just internet marketing is all about keeping it simple. So many people see all these different strategies and to do this, do that, but just keep it simple, guys. Just remember, just market to specific popular people. Keep building relationships with them. Focus on giving instead of taking, and you're just going to really see results very, very quickly in your business.
That's right. And you're working on a professional level training, right?
I am indeed. It's pretty much done, man. So we will release that very shortly.
You're a machine, brother. You're a machine. All right, I'm just looking at some of the comments over here on the right, but man, they're awesome. So, all right, fam. So yeah, here comes the comments. Oh yeah, awesome. All right, fam, hang out with us on the family. Get back, or on the Island Family Facebook group. Get back with the person who brought you to this webinar if you're watching this live. Obviously, if you're watching the replay, then just move along into the next video in our back office. And look for Jaden's professional training. If you're just watching this replay, the professional training is probably there. If you are watching it live, it'll be here soon. I can't believe you're already done with it, man. That's awesome. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be like. And other than that, Jaden, appreciate you, brother. You are awesome. Island Family, we're going to start having more events like this. You know, it's just been crazy behind the scenes. Normally, we want to get 1 to 2 live events per week, and we'll get to that as well. And we also want to start doing calls. I've been always wanting to do like 15 to 35-minute power-up calls on like Mondays and Tuesdays and stuff like that. So we're going to start doing that, yeah, which will be really cool. And I don't know if you guys know, but Jane's only 20, and it is, what, 2 o'clock in the morning there?
Right, it is 2 a.m.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. And that's dedication, family. I just want you to understand that he's not in the place where he is right now for nothing. He's, you know, you've been grinding. You're only 20. Are you 21 now, or are you just 20, right?
No, I turned 20 in March, so. Yeah,
so you're still young as heck. When did you start grinding? Like, at what age did you start doing this blogging stuff?
I would be about 17-ish, probably.
So for 3 years, you've been going at it hard. Pretty hard.
That's what I mean. Like, a lot of people get disheartened when they don't see results in the first like couple of weeks. But I mean, to get to the point I am, I mean, just imagine, because when I made $500,000 online, which is one of my biggest achievements to date, it took me basically like a year of full grinding, of doing these blog posts daily before I saw results. So can you imagine if at like day like 360, I stopped blogging, I just turned in the towel and I was like, this doesn't work. I would have never made the amount of money that I did. If again, it's just like the island stuff. Like, it's crazy. Some people are so close to goal, they don't even know it. So just always don't think about how far you have to go. Think about how far you've come, and take a lot of pride in your accomplishments along the way. Vincent talks about this all the time, is you want to make more pride in what you've actually accomplished than necessarily the money to begin with. You have to start to value different things, okay? So just stay motivated, and inspired, because seriously, you never know when you're on the verge of your next breakthrough, or when that just momentum is going to go crazy and your business is going to explode.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. Blogging really takes a strong entrepreneurial vision, because, you know, it's not a write a blog post, see results tomorrow situation. It's a write a blog post, see results down the road situation, but massive results if you do it like Jaden's going to be teaching you in the professional level as well. So that's the beauty with this, and what I recommend for you guys to do is to, if you're kind of good at vision, you know, like they always talk about, vision really equals the lifestyle that you create. So this is way off subject, but on subject. So when you have like a year vision, you're only going to get to a certain income and lifestyle. When you have a 5-year vision, then you can kind of get into that 6-figure mindset, right? When you have a 10, 15, 20-year vision, you're a multi-million-dollar kind of vision. So what you need to do, if you don't have a long-term vision, at least a good solid 3 to 5 year vision, dive into the Island University and go through Mark's dreamscaping guide, okay? That dreamscaping guide will really allow you to plant where you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years versus where you want to be next week, okay?
Yeah.
So if you really truly want to have the lifestyle that you vision for your life and your family's life, you have to really expand the vision that you have. And that's what I love about blogging. For the people that I see who are bloggers, they have a long-term vision, and that excites me. So that's why, you know, the sad part about blogging in our network is that I would say only 10% of the people really take blogging seriously. But the good part is the competition that you're out there facing when you go through Jaden's training, that you'll just literally stomp everybody. So for those of you guys who actually have...
Stuff that you guys got with this webinar is going to put you above so many people. And
Yeah.
you just want to be thinking to yourself, okay, just remember, every single piece of content that you put out, whether that's in social media or whether that's blogging, whether that's a video, it's constantly increasing the amount of force that you have to bring things to you, okay? So although people may pass you by initially because you don't have a strong enough pull to actually bring them into your little tight-knit community, as you start doing more content, it constantly increases that strength, and then people will actually see like, whoa, this guy has a thriving empire online. They're just going to get engulfed in your content, and they're going to want to buy from you, okay? So that doesn't happen with 2 pieces of content because that's not very impressive. It takes time. But when you actually dedicate to yourself, then you're going to see the results, okay? Like Fraser, he's done probably thousands of Facebook posts, and that's really what's built that magnetism because he's given value for so long that that value now works for him. So you can't expect something for nothing, and the trade you got for the value is the key.
Yeah, totally. And the more value you give out to the world, the more income you will receive, and the more lives obviously you'll change as well. Because that's really what happens, I think, in most transactions. And you know, for those of you guys who aren't making sales right now versus the people who are making sales, is our leaders who are on the leaderboard all the time that you're seeing, they're giving tons and tons and tons of value to the industry. They're not sitting back and hoping something's going to happen. They're constantly giving to the world. If you've noticed any kind of leader on the planet, literally, it's the reason that they're a leader is because they're constantly pushing out value and giving people things, not always charging them either, just constantly giving and giving all the wisdom that they bring inside of their life and trying to get in front of the most amount of people. And that's what blogging does, you know, for you guys out there, is if you constantly just give value, write a blog post, do a video on the stuff that's in our training area, okay? Just if you can take away nuggets after nuggets and give away those values through those blog posts, you're going to automatically receive income into your life because people will be attracted to you. It's hilarious. Like, you won't even have to sell anymore once you start giving enough value to the world because people will want to buy your stuff. It's almost like they're obligated to pay you, right? Because think about the way that you feel after this webinar. You feel like you want to buy something from Jaden because he's giving you so much value. You know what I mean? So for those of you guys who are out there, you got to understand these concepts that once you give, the receiving becomes easy. It's just you have to work and put in that effort of the giving part of it. And you know, most people aren't going to do that, but for those of you guys who do that, you will put yourself in a different category, and that's why people ultimately live a different lifestyle versus the other person, right? It's because they're the ones who are giving to the world versus people who think they're just magically going to receive something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
I mean, you guys just got to remember, like, a lot of people are like, well, why is someone going to want to learn from me? But just by going through the wisdom and all the training inside the Internet Lifestyle Network, and even just by seeing on this webinar, you now have knowledge that a lot of people do not possess, okay? All you have to do is reteach that knowledge in your own way, tailor that to your pocket of people, and then they're going to see you as someone that can actually bring them to where they want to go, all right? So, I mean, just even if you just attend this webinar, you should have tons of notes that you can do like 10, 20 blog posts on, honestly. So
yeah.
Get used to just reteaching what you learn. It's really that simple. That's what internet marketing is, really, is just reteaching what you're learning to a specific group of people.
And you just slap your personality on top of it, and that's all there is to it. I mean, nobody's really, it's hilarious, you know, nobody's born smart, really. It just comes down to what you take in and what you put back out, and if you put in the effort, you're going to win, you know. So it's just really all about that. You can't just sell stuff all the time. You have to give, and the sell becomes easy. And that's what I love about blogging, because once you get cruising on the blogging, it really becomes easy. I would say, Jaden, when I think about blogging, it took me probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 blog posts before I really felt comfortable just knocking them out. You know what I mean? And so
you're just gonna get a habit. Like you do it. It's just like the video challenge. Like I don't think I did that for the full 100 days, but I did it like consistently for like almost like a month and a half or so. I'm like I was just cranking out videos all the time. And it's just insane. Like it just gets so easy, and you're gonna find the first couple of blog posts you're probably not gonna actually enjoy doing it, especially if you're not someone who likes to write. But if you just remember to basically just write how you're talking to someone, just pretend your computer is your best friend and you are just talking to them, and the words are gonna come out very, very easy.
Nice. You the man, brother. Asleep. Or maybe not. Who knows what you guys do out there. It's awesome. So you guys been grinding away, living in the paradise. But yeah, I'm just going, sometimes this cuts off early, so you can go ahead and roll. I'm just going to play music for about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to get out of here. But we are good, brother, man. I appreciate you, brother.
All right. See you guys later. Peace.
You are the bomb. All right, fam, so make sure you definitely go comment in the group if you're watching this live as we can look. I'm just going to go to share my screen really quick. Jaden, unbelievable, man. Oh, my God. So right here under the group on top of Internet Lifestyle Family right here, we got 80 comments already. It's just awesome. Just shoot him some love. I mean, what do we still have? Let me see how many people we still have. So that's 300 people on the line right now, which is crazy for blogging. I mean, most people aren't even interested in that, but the way that Jaden explained is so awesome. So make sure you come here and shoot him a comment. Unbelievable training. Like I said, probably should have charged at least $100 for that information, but now you guys have it. And we'll put it inside of the apprentice area, and we'll probably leave it public for a while for you guys to be able to promote it and give some value to the world. And like I said, if you're new to Internet Lifestyle Network, get back to the person who brought you to this. Normally, you'd be able to sign up right away, but we didn't create an affiliate link for this. We just wanted to give some value to the industry. But just get back to whoever brought you here. They'll share how you can get started with the Internet Lifestyle Network so you can get into our back office, and they'll share how you can get a piece of this pie right here of this $1,179,940 that we've done in the last 2 months. All right, just months. We did over 500K in what is it? January, February, March, April, and then we did over 630,000 last month. So it's been an amazing journey. And literally before that, we were only doing about 100,000. It's all about the Speedwell system launch with just powerful people coming in and making it happen. So, all right, fam. Other than that, just please leave Jaden a comment. He deserves it so much. I want to bring him on for more webinars, and obviously the more you give him some love here on this post, the more that he's going to want to come back and give you guys some love for free like he did, which is unbelievable. I mean, seriously unbelievable. Other than that, I'm going to play some Pharrell Williams, Happy. This is one of my favorite songs ever, and we'll get out of here when this ends, and we'll rock and roll. Much love, fam.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, tell you now, bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness